Hello. I'm going to try to take a little time here before we have our church service tonight live, but I want to make some 2-ingredient donuts, and that's what I want to make. I've had a very surprising day today, and anyway, my oldest son and daughter-in-law bought me 2 of these whipping creams at Sam's yesterday, so I want to use up this one. Remember, I was saving it because I was savoring it. And my youngest son and his fiance brought down some sanitizer. It's called Raw Sugar Plant-Derived Non-Drying, and it does smell delicious. So they brought this down for me as a gift. So I was gifted today, and I want to thank them. Today is my oldest son's birthday, and I want to say happy birthday to him. Even though I already said happy birthday, I want to do things for him, but he has a wonderful wife and 2 beautiful children, and the girls always want to do something for him. So that's what's going to happen today. They're going to do something for him. So anyway, happy birthday, Tommy. I love you, and me and your dad both love you, and we'll get busy. I've got the oil over here heating up right on the table. I stepped on a nail on the side of my foot, so I don't want to walk on it so much, so I put everything right here. It's sore. Anyway, I'm going to put 2 cups. Is that a cup in there? Why, it sure is. I didn't need this one. Okay, 2 cups of self-rising flour. Let me get it out of this big Tupperware. I've got everything pushed over here. My big Tupperware self-rising flour tub. So I want to get that out of there and get 2 cups out. Weigh that off there. Put that in there. And these is a donut that you can make fresh. You know, you don't have to make tons of them because you can just, they're that quick that you can just make one, you know, make a batch of them. Let me put this back over here. Let me put some paper towels on that plate I got over there. So I just got a plate with paper towels on it here. Oh, I really don't know. I mean, I've never made them sugar-free. If you can get sugar-free whipping cream, I would say yes. I don't even know if you can buy sugar-free whipping cream or not. But it takes 2 cups of self-rising flour. Yeah, his name is Thomas Jr., like his dad. Okay, and it takes 1 cup of whipping cream, heavy whipping cream. And then you just take that. And by the way, one of these will be going out to the winner this week that we did last night, Fiona. So you just take that and kind of mix it around in there. And you make biscuits with this, but it also makes awesome donuts. Just 2 ingredients is all you need. And the third ingredient that I'm going to use is the icing for them. It's just a glaze icing. I told my husband, I said, I'm going to call these the Corona's Sweet Treat of the Year. I'm going to put just a little bit more cream in there. You can add or add flour, whichever one that you want. But you basically put 2 cups of self-rising and a cup of heavy whipping cream. Is what you do. Just squeeze that together. You can see there's nothing on your hands, only just a little bit there. I could smell that grease. We'll take the lid off of that. I don't have any peanut oil, or I would put that in there. I usually do, but I used all mine. So I've got canola oil in that, or you can use vegetable or whatever kind you want. And you want to knead this dough a little bit. Let me throw this out here for you, and then I'm going to get something I forgot, my cutter. So I'm going to throw that out there and get my biscuit cutter. And remember, this lid I took off of that heavy cream the other day. I kept that lid and washed it because that's a little gadget that's really useful for me. And that just come off of the heavy cream. So you don't really need that much flour to do a lot of these. But you can put that over to the side and push this together and knead it up a little bit. Just use your hands to knead that. I seen a woman make the 2 ingredient biscuits with sour cream, but my husband walked in and seen it on YouTube on the big TV, and he goes, "Who wants burnt biscuits?" It looked like they were burnt and just wasn't going together, and I thought I'd rather stick with the whipping cream, but I'm saying that you probably could. If you wanted to make these biscuits with the self-rising flour and the sour cream, just add a little bit more sour cream than the woman did, and start out with 2 cups of your self-rising flour and a cup of sour cream, and mix that all up, and you can about feel your dough, you know, see if it's going to be like this, and try that, because I don't think there's a lot of sugar in that. So that would be one way of doing it. I haven't tried it, but she made it, and to him it looked like the biscuits were burnt, but I think it was just where she, you know, they wasn't really burnt. They were just more brown in certain areas than the other. So just going to take that, press that out a little bit. I'm just going to roll that out a little bit. I shouldn't put that much flour down because you really don't need it. Get it? Need it? I say that every time. So yeah, it was good to see my youngest son and his fiance today. They came at the right time because I've been sappy all day. Sappy, sappy. I told my husband, I said, I'm going to go make us some donuts. He said, really? Let me see if that's going to be ready when I'm ready for it. I'll throw just a little piece in that. Let me turn that up here just a little bit to me. Yeah, I think it is. So I'm not gonna roll these out too thin, but thin enough because they'll pop right up soon as they hit the hot grease. I'll put this down here. I usually use my skillet, my iron skillet, and probably will the next time, but this time I'm not. I'm just going to sit right here at the table and do this. Hello. Hello, everybody. So tomorrow I'll be going up to the post office and sending out the winners for last night. And then Kim Peck Peoples said she's picking hers up Thursday. So after that, I've been looking around and seeing some stuff. So I'm going to cut this. One thing you don't want to do is cut it like that. Wait a minute, like this, and twist it. Don't twist it. Just cut it like that. And I'll tell you why. It will help them rise better in your grease or your, let me see. I want to check this and make sure this is, like I said, ready. I don't need that big of a piece. You don't want to stick your donuts down in cold oil. Yes, that's ready. So now I'm going to take my handy dandy little cap and make a hole in the middle. For donut holes. And again, you don't want to, and I can make them smaller, but I'm going to throw this in the hot oil. I'm going to put 2 in. I mean, it's that easy. That easy. And then you want to make sure you got a fork to turn them over because it doesn't take them long to brown. Let me show you. I'm going to show you. See, I just got 2 of them in there cooking up. And that one's already turning brown a little bit. So make sure your oil is hot. I have this on 375 in my little, this is a little Procter Silex deep fryer. I got it like 6 years ago or something for a Christmas present, so I get it out every once in a while. And I'm just going to turn them. I'm not going to do anything else until I turn these and get them where they need to be. You got to keep a watch on them. If you want to sit at your stove with an iron cast iron skillet, that's great. You could probably put a lot more in. But remember, don't twist them. That allows your dough to pop up better, but if you twist it, it's a little different. And I do have a smaller little cap here. I could do one with that and see how it's going to do. So I've got 2 more donuts ready to go in. And these are almost ready to come out. These has an awesome texture to them. I haven't... You want to see them again, Susie, in the hot oil? Okay. Here they are in the hot oil. They're puffing up. And they're getting brown and done. And as soon as I pull that out, I will show you on the plate what they look like. And then I will icing them when we get them done. But this is a very quick and easy donut fix. And I'll tell you what, after I tasted them, I told my husband, this is my Corona sweet treat of the year. Because they are delicious. You know, I haven't tasted what they taste like overnight, because remember, I only made 3 donuts last time and they didn't last here. So I'm making a little more this time to see how they fare up after the night. So there they are in the 375 grease. Hot grease, any kind you want to use. Let me see here, get you back on here. Now, sorry. This thing is... There we go. Anyway, it's about ready. You want to make sure they're done. And these will stay warm enough to get your other ones done. We're probably going to have, let's see, 2, 4, 6, about 7 or 8 donuts out of one batch, okay? But if you want to make a lot more and you have more people, it's just as easy and doesn't take very long to do them. So when you do get company, say, hey, let me make you some fresh donuts. You know, we can have these in a half an hour. So everybody loves a fresh donut. So here is the done donut. Wait a minute till I get the other one out. They are beautiful. Put 2 more in. Here we are. Hot. Hot! There's your donut. See, I didn't cut them very thick because they pop up. And you want to make sure the middle gets done. But you can make these bigger and thicker. You just got to stay there until they get done. But for me, this size is good enough to dip in some coffee or have coffee with. So this is something too that you could gift somebody with around town. You know, like you want to bless somebody. Just make these and put your icing, which I'm going to show you how to do. And then just take them a plate of donuts. And they are going to love it. The ingredients, Paulette, is 2. You just have self-rising flour, which is 2 cups of that, and 1 cup of heavy whipping cream. And you mix that up into that ball and then cut them and put them in 375 grease, you know, or 350 if you're doing it on the stove. Just test it with a little bit here, you know, and test it and see if it's ready. Throw it down in your grease. I let my grease get hot while I was making the donuts. And like I said, tomorrow I don't know how these would taste because I never, they didn't last because I only done 3 of them just to test them. But if you want to do a fresh treat for your grandkids, kids, shut-ins, whatever, if they can have a donut, this is the way to go. And I didn't cut all the way down in that one. That's all right. It'll be fine. It's a donut. So I'm going to mix this up now and get me some more donuts for when them are done. Hi, Vicky. So this will make more. We'll square that off, and it smells amazing, guys. It really does. I was going to ask my son if he wanted to stay long enough to make some, but he said something about schoolwork, so I didn't even ask. College work. So we'll just do that out. Get me a couple donuts out of that. You're going to watch these. It doesn't take them that long to get done. And I think I'll try to, let's see here. There, I might be able to get one more. I'm going to try to use the little cap this time. I hope I didn't twist that. And just take your cap. This is the smaller cap. I think I like the smaller cap. So these are about done. I'd say they are done. And let me throw two more in there. Get that over there. There we go. So here's two more of them. Your donuts. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and make up some icing cream to go over them. Okay. You just take some powdered sugar, confection sugar, and some whipping cream, and you just kind of mix it up. And what I do at this point, I always put a pinch of salt in. I'll tell you why. Because your icing is way too sugary. So you put just a little bit of salt in that, and it brings it out like a professional icing, how they taste. I don't like sickening sweet. I like just that little touch of salt. Takes all that out of there and just makes it sweet. So you mix that up. Stay on course here. And I'll show you how you do it. I need just a little bit more cream. And a little bit of vanilla. Homemade vanilla, of course. Not much. Just a tad. Now you mix that up. This is something very easy to do. You don't need any special gadgets, only your grease and a skillet if you have it, or your little cheap thingy jigger, you know, we call them. Deep fryer. Doesn't have to be something real expensive. Let them in there a minute. They want to try to get on top of each other there. So I'm going to add a little bit more heavy cream because I don't want this very thick. And that heavy cream, oh, the icing is so good that way. You can use milk, anything you want to use, but I found out when I made the 3 donuts to test them, the heavy cream was just the best. Of course, I have plenty because my oldest son brought me some, so. And he wouldn't take anything for it. Kids are good. They're good. Our kids are good. They're always looking out for us. Of course, Mary Lou brought her daddy some Chinese the other night and ate with him because she knew he likes Chinese. Okay, I think these are done. Let me get them out and then I'll finish up this other stuff. Okay, now, usually with my apple fritters, what I do is I drizzle it on top. But with this, I'm just going to take, with these donuts, and I'm just, whoops, don't want to do that one yet. Throw them down in that, turn them real quick, and dip them out. See? And if your icing is thin enough, you're not going to have that overpowering sweetness, but you're going to have a little bit of glaze over that donut. Yum, yum. Do another one. Flip it. Take it out. See how fast we can make donuts? Okay. Flip it over. That glazes your whole donut. With the apple fritters, I like to just take it with a whisk and throw it over the top. So see how it's dripping off? That's your excess you don't need. I'll just put them up beside each other. I'm telling you, ladies, these is so easy to make. Actually, I think I'm going to teach my grandchildren how to make these. It's something they can take with them, you know. Some kind of a secret, nice little thingy-jigger they can take with them. But I said, you know, if you can't have sugar, try that sour cream with them. That might be your perfect thing. And I know you can get, well, I don't know about the sugar-free confection sugar, but I know there's brown sugar that is. Okay, these are nice and crispy on the outside. Hello, the photobomber. Say hi, everybody. There's another one. So see, all so far we've got 6 donuts. Now let me put this one in. And then I'll make another one real quick. So that's 8 donuts. And then we've got the donut holes that we'll throw in there. So for, you know, you can have 8 nice donuts within minutes. Whoops, I almost twisted that one. Pretty close to it. Pretty close to it. We're used to doing that with biscuits, but you're not supposed to. So I put them 2 in there. And then I've got all these little holes I'll make and put beside the big donuts. Just want to pat that down there. I shouldn't have done that. So these are littler, but that'll be all right. Bite size. If you got the oil and self-rising flour and heavy whipping cream, you could even try half and half or whatever you got and try these. Try them. I'm just going to make holes out of these ones. We're getting ready to have a storm here. That one ain't good enough. It's getting pretty dark out there. That's funny because the day my son was born, it was just as sunshiny as it could be. I was in labor for him for 16 hours. And I was so excited that I just kept walking and walking, trying to bring it on quicker. It was funny because down here, my sister-in-law took me down to my mother-in-law's and put a big old moo-moo on me. You know what a moo-moo is? A big old dress type thing. And I had to walk around the house in that. I thought it was funny. Okay, so there we are. We've got a bunch of donut holes waiting. We'll put this back on here, in here. Now, I'm telling you, I'm making 2-ingredient donuts. You won't want to go buy another one anywhere else. You'll want to make your own. They're so good. Nice and fresh. Not too sweet. Rich. I like the not too sweetness about them. You can make your icing thicker, but I don't because I think it's just perfect with the glaze on it. This is so delicious, guys. So delicious. So delicious. 2-ingredient donuts. Wow. Easy to make, good to do with the grandkids. Gift them to somebody, whatever you want to do. So I'm going to take the other 2 out. Just out of the deep fryer. And now I'm going to put some holes in. The donut holes. Like I said, usually I would do this on my iron skillet, but I stepped on something yesterday, so I'm here. So 2 cups of self-rising flour and 1 cup of heavy whipping cream. Roll it out, make your donut, make sure your grease is hot, and make you the most delicious donut there ever was. So I'm going to throw that down in there in the icing, which is heavy cream, powdered sugar, vanilla, and just a pinch of salt. And then just let that drip off of there, off of your donut. There'll be your glaze. These are not too sweet. These are not real sweet, but they're sweet. I mean, they're rich. Throw that down in there, flip it. If you want your icing, you know, you can icing these any way you want to do. I prefer the glaze because it just makes them really good. I'm going to get me a cup of coffee in a minute. These you could have done in minutes, absolute minutes. I've got the donut holes in there kind of. Usually they'll flip around themselves, if you'll notice. Let's see, I got them donut holes in there. Frying up. Here's the donuts. Yum, yum, yum. See how really nice them are. 2 ingredients, except for your icing. How can you beat that? Sue, I was hungry too. I hadn't eaten. So there you go. I used oil on these. You just look at them. When they get brown on each side, you know, maybe... Oh, hold on a minute. My phone... It wasn't acting up. I just dropped it because I dropped it right out of the case. About probably 2 minutes on each side. Or a minute, whatever you want. But whatever you said about the Crisco and the solid and whatever, I just use oil. I know they might start that way, but that's okay. Use what you want. Probably if our grandmas did it, they would use lard. So I'm just going to put these donuts over there. Hold the donut holes. And I'll drop them in a minute. And then I'll drop all these little donut holes in there. There we go. And I'll use the rest of this for the donut holes. Just stick them, throw them down in there. Which I found a big thing of lard, Sue, that I bought last month. I thought about trying to use it because I know that's what they used to use years ago. And I'll just take them and put them alongside them donuts. And show you a pretty little plate of donuts within minutes. Turn these. Sometimes these donut balls, they'll turn, if you make them into a ball, they'll turn themselves when they get brown. It's the weirdest thing. They're just about done. I'm sorry. but I just like doing this. So use whatever you got, you know, in whatever you use in your deep fryer. I have canola oil in mine because that's what I had. What did they make them with, Sue? I'd say you could take your favorite recipe and do these. I'm not going to make any more because we don't need any more. But I just wanted to show you what we can do. I'm just going to stir these donut holes, these little ones, little bite-sized ones, in this glaze. Make sure they're covered good. And then take them out, let them drain. And put them right in the middle of all of these donuts. A lot of people take just biscuits, like your canned biscuits, and make them, but these are delicious here. I'd say you could probably stir up anything to make them, but these two ingredients with the self-rising flour and the Smith or whipping cream, heavy whipping cream, is absolutely delicious. That little ball there wants to run away. So here is the donuts. The little donut holes. So that made a whole plate just with 2 cups of self-rising flour and a cup of heavy whipping cream, and then your glaze. Made a whole plate of them. Now if you have company or something and you want to whip up something real quick, there you are. I mean, you've got a whole plate done in a matter of, you know, just putting it together and putting them in the hot oil and dipping them. So there you are. Now I'm going to get off here and try to find me some coffee, and we'll have coffee, my hubby and I. So there's your little donut holes. Aren't they cute? So cute. And I think they're just pretty donuts too. They're just good. If you try them and taste them, they just taste different. They taste different with the heavy whipping cream in them. You know, making them with that and then dipping them in that. So there you are. If you like them, give me some love there. Try them and let me know how they come out for you. Make them for your family. And like I said, the one that asked me about the sugar-free, you could try the sour cream. You could try to make them with sour cream. So you could try them that way too. I have not tried them that way, but I may someday just to see how they turn out. So God bless you all, and I will talk to you later. Thank you, Buffy. Thank you. It's always nice to know that somebody is enjoying watching. I like watching Michelle or whoever else does the lives. So if I see them on there, I will definitely watch them all. So Susie, try them. They're really good. You know, and if they fail for you, let me know and I'll run you up somewhere. God bless you. I love you all. Talk to you later. early enough to get. God bless you.